Hey guys, Schnur, and today is a very, I wouldn't say special, but a weird day. Today I'm going to be doing a tier list video. I don't do this. Also, this is casted on my TV. So I'm literally seeing everything on my phone on my TV. So this is going to be a tier list of every character in or every villain, not every villain, but the main villains of Gotham. So yeah, we have amazing, great, good, alright, mediocre, and bad. Um, yeah, I'll kind of explain my criteria down the line. Anyway, let's get into it. First character is Falcone. Falcone is not bad in the first season, of course, but after that, he's nothing special at all. He doesn't do anything major. So I think I'm gonna put him in great just because of his time in season 1, but everything else was pretty boring and I did not enjoy. Mrs. Peabody wasn't even a main villain. She was the side character, or she was a side person working with Hugo. So, and yeah, she wasn't really a villain. So whatever. I don't know how she's a main villain. There's some people missing on here, like the Balloon Man or the Viper dude, who are probably like better than Mrs. Peabody. Firefly was alright. She felt like a side character to, like, a henchman to everybody else, and I didn't like that because she is a very great character in real, or he is a great character in real life. But she did a good job. I really enjoyed her, but at the same time, she didn't do much. Same thing could be said for Mr. Freeze whenever we get there. The Executioner. Dude, I loved this character, and I think it isn't good. I really enjoyed, I thought he was like Bane, the guilty thing. I loved him. Mr. Guilty was great. That's not his name. I don't remember his name exactly, but I just call him the Executioner. I think that may be what Solomon Grundy is the definition of good, but wasn't used enough, man. I love Solomon Grundy, really enjoyed his character, and I think I'm gonna have to put him a little bit above the Executioner, Mr. Guilty himself, but I really enjoyed him. I just wished he was utilized a little bit more. Bane. Oh my gosh, Bane is horrible. Horrible. Not horrible, but not very good. I'm gonna put him in mediocre. Did not enjoy Bane in season 5 in any way. He just seemed so boring, so bland. Once again, a side character, a side villain. Didn't feel like he was there. He wasn't entertaining even as a side villain, which we'll get into with Victor Zsasz over here. But Fish Flippin' Mooney. I love Fish Mooney, man. One of the best characters of season 1, and I really enjoyed her. And I don't remember if it was it was a little bit of season 2 she was in with the doll maker stuff. I really enjoyed her. I don't know. Yeah, I did enjoy her more than Falcone. I don't know if I want to put her in amazing or great. I think I'm gonna leave her at great for now. We'll see as time goes on. She was a villain. Ivy before teenage Ivy. I'm just gonna call her that. Mid-stage Ivy was mediocre. All right, wasn't bad. It's just all she did was rob people with her scent. So this is basically the criteria I guess I should have mentioned before. What is kind of like, it's like, how good were they as a villain and how much I enjoyed them. So, if Hugo Strange, for example, I didn't enjoy his character, but he was a fantastic villain, then he'd probably go in, you'll see whenever I put him there. But that's kind of like, I don't like the character, but they're an amazing villain. I did not like Bruce at all. I think he is not even worse than Mrs. Peabody. But I did not enjoy, Clone Bruce. Clone Bruce was bad, and not in a good way. Penguin was, I'm just joking. Penguin is the very first villain to go on the very tippity-dippity toppity-doppity of the list, because Penguin was not only a amazing villain, but an overall great character. Season 1, he was one of my favorites. Season 2, he was literally probably my favorite character in Season 2. One of them, at least, other than Jerome. But, yeah, so he's just so good. I think my favorite thing with him was whenever he was actually nice. Whenever he was a nice dude. That was probably my favorite. I don't know why. I really enjoyed him being nice. Final Stage Ivy was not bad at all. I don't think she was good, but she wasn't bad. I think I put her a little bit above Firefly. Jay, or Joker, the actual Joker. He's, legally can't be, but this is, I think, my favorite look of almost any Joker ever. I think it looks exactly. I love it. It's so different, kind of. Like I love the strands and the acid burns on what Cameron had to wear and everything. I really love it, and I think he's fantastic. I mean, with the short amount of time, he had less time than Jared Leto did in Suicide Squad as Joker, so I can't put him any higher than where he already is, which is going to be behind Falcone, and great. I really enjoyed him in the little bit he was, and wow, I love all three Jokers that Gotham has presented. I think they're all great in different ways. And now, Butch Gilzine. Butch Gilzine felt like a side guy almost the whole entire show, but at the same time was probably the one of the best side dudes. And I think I'm gonna have to put him. I didn't enjoy him as much as Grundy, but he was better than Grundy. You know what I mean? I didn't like him as much as Grundy, but he was better. But I'll put him in between Grundy and Mr. Guilty. Cameron, or whatever her name is, Catherine, yeah, she was mediocre. She wasn't really a villain, kinda. She was like everybody, you wanted to believe she was the villain when she wasn't. She wasn't the leader of the Court of Owls. Hugo, this is the guy I was talking about earlier. He's gonna have to go in good, and because I didn't enjoy him, but he was a fantastic villain, and I think he is one of the best villains in the series, but I did not enjoy him a whole bunch. Victor Zaz was one of the most entertaining characters, and he didn't do much. He was like, oh hey Jim, and he just points the gun at him, but he was a very fun character, and you could probably look up some Victor Zaz, like funny moments, and they are great. Like, it's just, he is such a funny villain, and I said he's great, but he's not great, because he can't be great, he's just a henchman, kind of like Butch. He can't be better than Butch, but, yeah, gotta put him in the top of good, definitely good. Mario, not Mario Pepper, but Mario Lee's husband that got killed immediately is probably the top of bad. I mean, come on now. Barbara Gordon is probably the most confusing character of the whole entire series, in my opinion. She's very complex, and I love it. A lot of people don't like how crazy, she was a good girlfriend, then she was a crazy girl who killed her parents, and then she was good, and then she was a club owner, then she was working with somebody. It was just always something different. Therefore, I shall put her in the top of great so far. Very great character. Jeremiah Valeska. Jeremiah Valeska was one of my favorites as well. I really enjoyed him. He wasn't the best villain, and he kind of felt normal, but I can't put him in amazing, but I will put him above Fish Mooney. Really enjoyed Jeremiah's character. He's just basically a more sane, or kind of, that's what everybody wants you to think. He's a more sane version of Jerome, but we already know that's not true. Scarecrow felt like a side guy, but had, his few episodes where he was, good. I think he... put him right there. Yeah, in between. Yeah, he's better than Butch, but I don't think he's better than Grundy. Mad Hatter, his stuff dragged on, his storyline dragged on way too long, but he was really fun to watch. One of my absolute favorite characters, and he's got to be he's better than Falcone. Of course he is. Yeah, there we go. Hatter deserves to go there. Nope. Oh, yeah. I'll put you're better than Mario, I guess. There you go. She's bad too. She wasn't really a villain. She's just a girl. I didn't like Talia al Ghul. She was mediocre. There we go. I think that's a good place for her. Professor Pig. I don't like that he was a fake out Professor Pig, but I really enjoyed him. He's the definition of just a great side villain. Nothing extremely amazing. And I think I'll put him at the top of good. Jerome Valeska. Yep, that's it. That's all. Azrael, mediocre, probably better than all of these characters right here, except for her. But Raish was great in season 3, and I think he deserves that rating of amazing. I think he is probably at the very back of amazing, but he's an amazing villain, and I enjoyed him quite a bit. But he's probably at the very back. Nobody's gonna, even. He was good. He just didn't even last that many episodes. He only lasted like a quarter of an episode. Mr. Scarface did. Therefore, I shall put him right there. No, right there. That's good. Riddler. Riddler was so... Oh my gosh, I love his character development. Probably the most developed character over time, in my opinion. And I personally love him a little bit more than Penguin. Both of them do amazing. And you can't even recognize, like, Penguin, or you can't even recognize, like, old Ed, like, shy, socially awkward Ed, because in the later seasons, Riddler just is Riddler. He's Riddler, and it's such a great character. The little mentor dude of Bruce, I think, is a little bit alright. Echo. Echo wasn't good. She was a Harley Quinn ripoff, but she didn't feel bad. Therefore, I'll put her at the top of all right. I said top of all right. Jeez. There you go. And now, Maloney Baloney. Here he is. I love Maloney Baloney. I think. Oh, wow. Hold on a minute. Yeah, I think I'll put him right there, right behind. Yeah, that's good. Sophia Falcone was so disappointing. She just probably my least favorite villain of the whole entire series. She just sucked, dude. She just was absolutely horrible. Probably my least favorite villain, but she was a good villain, man. And I'll put her at the top of mediocre, but yeah. Tabby, my girl Tabby. Sadly, she died, but was a great character, and is going behind Jeremiah. No, I enjoyed her more than Jeremiah, for a fact. Clayface, I don't remember Clayface, so I'm not gonna put him on here. Dollmaker was alright. There we go. Yeah. Court of Owls was boring, but not bad. Put him at the top of mediocre. Theo Gallivant was a great villain. Personally, he almost ruined the whole entire season for me. So I'll put him maybe better than Ivy. And yeah, top of alright. Mr. Freeze, same deal with Firefly. He's basically the same as Firefly. They're literally the exact same characters. They have, their own singular episodes, but then after that they kind of lose, their momentum. And then the Ogre. Ogre, I mean, he was alright. There we go. So yeah, there we go. This is my... Actually, I don't even know if I want him to be right here. I enjoyed Barbara Gordon more. Yeah, I'll put him at the very back of great. Yeah, there we go. This is my tier list of every single Gotham villain. Or not every Gotham villain, but here you go. My favorites are Jerome Valeska, because of course, who could not enjoy Jerome? I'm a splatter broski. Riddler, love Riddler's character, and I love his development. And Penguin is Penguin. He's great. My least favorite DC villain, but in Robin Lord Taylor makes it so much better. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Sorry this video is a little different than what I usually do. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.